So this is the very first version of my playing game. The only things you can do here is just move left and right, nothing else. It all happened like this. You had your plane and you could move it left and right, nothing else. The next one featured some missiles incoming, which could actually hit you and drop you off, just like that. The next version, which I saved, gave you a bit more control over your plane, had missiles spawning, which you had to evade or get damaged, and you also could flee from a battlefield, which would mean you're pretty much lost. About 30 versions, and those include some prototypes and everything, so it's not just a main project as it is, but with some different extra stuff I'm working around just to test how it works or if it doesn't. I've been working on this project for about half a year maybe, but I didn't work every day, so the actual work hours are quite scarce. But other than that, it took quite a bit of time. We've done a couple of tiny games in the beginning of a course just to familiarize ourselves with GameMaker interface, but to create something like this, you'll have to know a bit of math, a bit of coding, get yourself comfortable with variables and things like those, so that's pretty much coding. So you would be able to draw your own sprites and everything, backgrounds, whatever you need. A bit of drawing. If you want to draw your own assets and not just get the free ones, you should be able to draw something, for example, in Flash. Animated sprites, everything else, backgrounds, whatever you need. Doesn't matter if they're very simple or maybe even ugly, they're still yours and you will upgrade over time. The next iteration had quite a bit of extra stuff. For example, this bombing aim, which was going in front of your plane and showed where the bomb will land and where the target should be when you drop the bomb. So, if you do like this, you see the bombs dropping. You even have a health bar, which shows how much health you have left in case you get damaged like this. And the more you get damaged, the worse your plane starts working. So if you get too damaged, you probably won't. Oh, now I'm dead. The next version came out for the exhibition we held later. It has lots of improved things, full screen resolution, more missiles incoming. Those are guided missiles. It has better graphics, and it looks like it's in the night. It has some sounds to it. What else? It has more enemies, which you can counter in different ways, just like that. You can repair your plane, and loads of different things. So, the difficulty of this game is very big. People had a very tough time playing the game at the exhibition, but most of them said they liked it. So, I dare everyone to try to get through 3000 score. Well, I didn't really have much inspiration for this game. It just started off off the top of my head. I just wanted to test my skills in GameMaker, to improve my skills in both programming, maybe some drawing, some graphics and everything. And then I thought, what if I do this and what if I do that? And I did, and then it came off like that. And that's pretty much the story. I think planes move quite smooth, you know? Everyone likes flying, so why not? In the first place, and then you can actually play around with the controls, so they would be really flowing. So I felt that feeling is what I want, and I wanted to see if I can do that feeling, and I tried, and I think I succeeded. only research I had, it was pretty much on the systems of a game. It doesn't require much else because the game doesn't really have any backstory to it. So I had to look through game maker manuals showing like how to use this function or this event. Then I had to look through some maths to see how to implement this through the use of game maker coding, and pretty much Google, you could say that. You don't really have to be a hardcore programmer to do these, but of course it is advised to be. It all depends on how you adapt your systems. If you can do something that looks pretty complicated, but do it simply, then it's fine, you don't really need any programming. But if you want, in my case, I had to do a bit of it, but it's because I like to overcomplicate things. So that's the only reason. So this is how it looks now. Now you have your own runway where you can choose your plane before the mission. You have your silos, you have money. Money is a score from your previous games. You earn it by destroying buildings, but now you can actually use it at the moment only to buy silos and pretty much to use it as score. So if you don't like your plane, you can choose another one, just like this. If you want to start your game, just accelerate, and there you go. You take off from your runway and go to the mission map. So now you're entering the area of operation. Wait a couple of seconds and you'll be there. There you go. See now? You have some repairs already got damaged, but those repairs are limited, so you should keep an eye on them. You can call a missile strike either by a map or just like this. There you go. After a couple of seconds, the missile will come in and destroy everything in that area of effect. Just listen to it. There you go. Next. Two of your planes have some kind of an attack. This is a bomber plane. Each bomb can destroy quite heavily armored targets in one hit, so it's better to use this against them because the ammo is quite limited. But if you don't want to, you can destroy everything else. Destroying buildings earn you some score. So if you want to leave the map, you can leave it in 10 seconds. You see everything is kind of revealed now. So when you leave, you turn on your runway. I still don't have enough money to buy a new silo, but yeah. I can take another plane, go on this, I can change mission, or maybe go on the same thing I was before. So I take off, and there you go. Everything is also revealed. Now it's daytime, and some of the buildings I destroyed previously are also not here anymore. Rest in peace. So my missiles are restocked. I can call a couple of them in again. The gunship which I'm flying now, can fire to it in a horizontal vector, not in front of it, which means you can easily destroy these pesky flags with it without getting damaged, just like that. So the best, but the damage of those is quite limited, so you don't want to waste all your ammo on heavily armored targets. That is the gameplay for the gunship. So I'm not really sure. That's a bit of a hazy part in the future, but I'm thinking that the best thing to do would be like have my own game creating company, a small one probably, but at the beginning I'll have to be able to create the games myself from scratch, from the beginning to the very end, including drawing, programming, designing, even storytelling. Everything I will have to be able to do on my own. Then gather more people around myself who will help me do those and help me create harder games and everything. So in the first place I'll probably be something like a game tester or whatever, because I have a lot of experience in gaming and know it quite well. So yeah, kind of like that. And also I'm planning to go to uni after this degree. Hopefully that will help me with everything.